Hi, I'm Mayor David Black, and this is City Happenings. The annual half marathon is a very popular event and grows each year. We couldn't put on this event without the help of many people. One of the most active groups is our Special Olympians. Sumtur Amphitheater plays host to a great event where local young people can showcase their talent. You'll get to see and hear it here. Papillion has seen a continued growth in business development. We'll tell you about it. And we'll tell you about all these stories coming up next in City Happenings for the week of July 9th.
Thanks, Mayor Black. The city's annual half marathon gets lots of help, and our Special Olympians are a huge part of that.
It's great because we love to have big partnerships with big organizations or groups or cities like Papillion, because it's like they understand what our athletes are all about, they understand what we do for them, their achievements, and they take them in, they help us showcase our athletes and our programs. And we are just coming off of our state summer games, so a lot of our athletes that are here will have their medals that they just won this weekend, so all the runners, who are from Papillion and outside Papillion get to see them and see their achievements, which is great. Our athletes love that. Special Olympics Nebraska has about 5,000 athletes across the state. We've got numerous sports and numerous programs, and sometimes it's hard for us to educate cities and the entire state on what we can do, what our athletes can do, and our athletes are the best ambassadors for that. So it's great when they get to be out in public telling their story, showing what they've done, what they can do, as opposed to just the employees of the organization trying to do it. Our athletes tell the story better than anyone else, so it's great to have them in the spotlight.
It was a little hilly, but I kind of liked it. I don't race a whole that much. I guess I do a marathon. The marathon once a year. I try to plan to do the Omaha Marathon in September. But I like the course. It's a little challenging. Wind comes out in the north. It's a little challenging running into it. So you gotta try to just make yourself narrow and try to drive into it, and try to use it to your advantage when you're running with the wind. I live in Papillion actually. I haven't ran this the last couple of years because I'm in the National Guard, and I happen to had drill weekend the last couple of years they had this. So the last time I ran this is in 2009. But yeah, I like having it. I like this being here. It's a good event.
It's a good course, you get used to it. It's just kind of a perfect day to run. Too, not too much wind. You also got that downhill to keep you going. I ran this last year, and that's about it. A lot of the training, you just keep on training, and you got all these miles just building up on you, so it definitely helps. I love it. It's great. I'm super happy that they have something like this. I can do it every year and not have to, drive a ton to get there.
A new event hit Sumter Amphitheater this spring.
It's very cool. This is just another way that we can use the facility. Get kids in here, try to get the amphitheater to be used by a multi-generational crowd. If we can add it in to that, we just want to use the stage for as many different things as we can. It goes back to being the amphitheater being used as a city asset, a community asset. So if we can have kids out here doing stuff during the day, adults out here doing stuff during the evening, I keep saying it, we want to be all things to all people. It's something a little bit different than we've done. We haven't had a lot of student bands. They give a different energy than some of the other bands that we have. We've got a real wide range of entertainment from bands like this all the way to community theater. And we want to be able to do all of it if we can.
Well, we got kind of lucky. I went in to talk to Doug. Actually, Doug came into D-Rocks asking about doing an open mic night on Tuesdays. And I went out to his office to meet with him, and we started talking about the Tuesday nights. That was a great idea. The facility's phenomenal. So we started then talking about this after-school concert that we have every year. Last day of school, we try to get the kids out, give them something fun to do, keep them off the streets. And Doug said, yeah, let's do it out there this year. And we're like, oh, yeah, thank you very much. This is world-class facility, world-class sound system. So these kids have never played anything like this before, so they're just loving it. But it's momentum. It gives them momentum. It gives them drive. They practice harder. They practice longer. They see a goal they can shoot for. Because we'll have a lot of kids out here today from the School of Music that aren't participating because they're a little too young yet. They don't have the expertise. But they come out and see something like this, and they're back home practicing that day.
Shouldn't every band be required to play Alice Cooper's summer anthem that this event is named after?
We leave the content up to the bands, but the more 80s stuff they play, the happier I'm going to be.
Papillion has seen constant business development despite the current economy's environment.
I think what's encouraging is the variety, where there's always something going on, whether it's somebody inquiring, someone talking about an idea, or an actual ribbon cutting of an opening, but we're always doing something with a business opening. And we have had a lot of small business ribbon cuttings, which are the things that are very visible for people to see. And it's been a wide variety of things. We're seeing Papillion residents opening small businesses, which that's a great thing. Papillion resident believes enough in the community they want to take a risk and invest. Oh, what a beautiful statement. This is a unique ribbon cutting. I think it's probably one of the best ones we've ever done. We do a lot of small business ribbon cuttings. Those are always exciting, especially when it's Papillion people open a Papillion business. That's probably one of the best. We'll do big things like Shadow Lake Mall and Black Hills Energy, bringing lots of employees. But I just love the story of small business, but when a group of small businesses comes together and almost creates a neighborhood and a community of its own, and then we're opening that community, that's a great thing. And community, it's got the best Mexican in town, the best Chinese in town, the best gyros in town. Sylvan, I can go on and on and on about. Years ago, I used to get my hair cut here, and it's still a place to go. There's a lot of history and a lot of tradition here, and it's neat to see it getting revived. Some long-term businesses like the food places, and then a lot of new small businesses. It's just really neat to see you guys coming together. I wish other parts of the community where there's a bunch of small businesses would follow this model. I think the best thing is if we just had neighborhoods of small businesses, and those neighborhoods were working together and being vital. It's incredible. So thanks for what you're doing for the community. Thank you. We've also seen some businesses expand. Scooters decided to bring in a new product line, and I believe the Papillion store was one of the first in their entire chain that have this new product. It's their yogurt product, so we had a ribbon cutting around that, which was great. And we're also seeing large businesses. People keep talking about Project Photon, $200 million project, and we have some active inquiries on a couple of other large projects. Don't know if they'll come to fruition or not. If they do, there'll be significant announcements. But those, some we win, some we lose. But the encouraging thing is we continue to get those inquiries. And so whether it's small local business inquiries, ribbon cuttings, mid-size expansions, or large, just great momentum right now. Just this last week, I was visiting with a couple who have a business idea. They're not at a point yet they can announce it, so I don't want to say much about it. But they have a business concept, and they had a whole business plan developed, and they were working on site selection. They live in West Omaha, and they were looking for a site close to home, and they were going to go to West Omaha. They started hearing about, in this case specifically, downtown Papillion, and the energy and everything that was going on downtown Papillion. They didn't have any ties to Papillion, but because of those conversations, they said, we need to go look. They came down here, they started meeting with some other businesses, and they have shifted their entire business plan now to be Papillion-centric. They have found a location they're going to go into. They're working on some final pieces of their plan, and we may have a new business come this fall that had no ties to Papillion. But there is something going on that's attractive to people. There are lots of ways to stay up to date with what's happening in Papillion. You can find us on Facebook, follow the City of Papillion on Twitter, or watch the YouTube channel. And of course, information about all of our departments and programs is available on our website. For more about Papillion, go to www.papillion.org or just call the Mayor's Hotline at 402-827-1111. Thanks for watching.